What if it goes right? Hey, I'm Adam from The Pursuit, and today I want to talk with you about the process of developing an idea from start to finish. And one of the most important questions that we need to be asking is, what if it goes right? So, phase one, the idea phase. We all get ideas. A lot of them are not great ideas, but occasionally we come across great ideas that are worth investing in. And so, in that process of getting the idea, we might journal about it, pull out our phone and use our notes app. We might post on social media, hey, I've got this crazy idea. I want feedback on it. And no matter what you do with that idea, it's an idea. That's a great place to start. But then our friend, fear, phase two comes in. Fear, those are the questions of what if it goes wrong? What if I fail? What if my friends and family think this idea is just crazy, it's stupid, and it's never going to work? Those friends, they come in, they kick off their shoes, they make themselves comfortable on our couch, and they turn on the TV because they're staying here for a while. That's what fear does. The longer that fear stays around, the better the chance we have of giving up on that idea. Recently, I was watching a video on Instagram talking about the distance between not knowing and knowing. And the one feeling that we feel in that distance between not knowing and knowing is fear. So, the more we become comfortable with fear, the more chance we have of success. So fear is healthy. And learning coping skills, learning how to push through and work through fear is going to be important for your success. Phase three, learning. I love to learn. In sales, they say always be closing. In life, I say ABL, always be learning. The more that we are able to learn, the better chance we have for success. I don't know about you, but for me, I love using Google. I love using AI. I love going to Audible, downloading a book, YouTube, watching a talk on it, watching a lecture. And the more that I can learn, the more confidence I have. It helps me be able to break down what might not work and what could work. Editing is so helpful, and learning is editing. I don't know very many authors that publish the first draft of their book. I don't know very many content creators that publish the first draft of their video or podcast. So, just like the greatest people, we need to spend a lot of time learning and editing. Phase four, we've gotten through the idea, fear, learning. Now we're taking the first step. We're going into action. This is where fear can show up as courage. And if we take courage and we take that first step, then that idea can come to life and we can push through the fear. Phase five, this is commitment. This is when we've taken the first step, we've had a little bit of success. All of our friends, family, people on the internet, anybody we've told about our crazy idea, they've said, "Hey, this is awesome. It sounds like you really do have something worth pursuing." And this is where we have to have commitment. And in this phase of commitment, the questions are still going to be there. What if this goes wrong? What if I fail? But when we're committed to something, we have more attempts to succeed. I love living life by ready, fire, aim. I don't see this as a negative. I see this as a positive. I do spend time in the ready, but then I want to get things going. So I love to fire. And then after we fire, then we can aim and we can get more accurate. We take it to the workshop and we hone it in. We make it better and better. And that's how our ideas can become more successful. And that's how our ideas can become successful is when we spend time at phase six, growth. We've made the commitment. Now it's time to grow. And in that growth, it is okay if it's not linear, if it's not from point A to point B, that messy time in between. Remember that knowing and not knowing, right? That's where fear is still going to be. And we need to be okay with that. So spend time in growth, honing that. That is the aim piece. Ready, fire, aim. In that growth, that's where that idea, that editing can really happen and we're able to be more successful. Phase seven, reflection. We've grown our idea, our pursuit in whatever we're doing has become real. It's there. We've had iteration after iteration. We've become successful. And during that time, it's really important to spend time in reflection. Our ideas, even though they're already out in the world, they can still be made better. So you might be asking yourself, all right, I've made it through all 7 phases. Now, how can I help others? If you lead a team, it is so important that we celebrate milestones all the way from phase 1 through phase 7. We need to be the person that says, what if it goes right? And we need to encourage reflection and learning from each step so that we can foster an environment where risk taking is seen as a pathway to innovation and success. So continue to ask the question of your teams, what if it goes right? Because the people that are working deep in that process, they're the ones that are hanging out with their friends of fear. What if it goes wrong? What if I fail? But as a leader, if you're the one saying, what if it goes right? Then that can be the encouragement that they need along the way. If you're a parent, it's even more important to say, what if it goes right? What if you do score the goal? What if you do pass the test? What if you do spend that time learning that instrument and you become successful? You start that lemonade stand, you start that small business. What if it goes right? Parents, your kids always need encouragement, no matter what phase of life they're in. And then as a partner, you need to be encouraging your loved one, your spouse, the person that you care about the most. And you need to be asking them about their crazy ideas. What if it goes right? Because sometimes we do need a little bit of a push. We do need that person that can help us take that first step with that crazy hobby, that crazy idea. And we need encouragement along the way. So, in reflection, we all get ideas. We all need encouragement. We need those 7 steps along the way to help us make that idea not only come to fruition, but become successful. I'm Adam Glendie with The Pursuit, and I'm happy to help you on your journey.